So recently, I got to go to Virginia to a logging show, and we stopped in and visited with this gentleman at his business. He has a couple of Blockbuster machines. He has an old 1412, and he just bought a new 1520, and he gave us a little tour of the place, and you're going to get to see a bunch of stuff he's got here, and we're going to walk around, and he's going to show us his machines, and we're going to take a look at his trucks. He's got some dump trucks he uses for hauling. He's got a couple of kilns that he built for drying wood, and very good business. He does a lot of firewood. He's got the equipment for doing. He's been doing it full time ever since he got out of high school, and that was 30 some years ago. So maybe 40 years ago. I don't know. He's been working at it a long time. And anyway, you're going to get to meet him. His name is Charles. He's in Virginia, and very nice guy, very nice woodyard. He's got some beautiful logs here to process. Does a lot of oak and hickory and gum, stuff like that. So here we go. You're going to get to meet him right now. How many hours do you have on this now?
227.
How many hours are on that one?
Probably 6,500 or more.
That's a couple. Nice.
I took it out. I had the plans of just doing my small wood, on that one. And I have another live trough for the other side, or green chain for the other side. But I haven't rebuilt it. I haven't had time to fix my chains on it, so I've been running just shorter wood on it. Oh, that thing right there, took me 16 years. That one paid for this one. Market-wise, very little bit of advertising I do. I got the same customers that I had since I've been in business. I think I started in 2008, I think it was. I think it was 08 in that machine.
So are you doing mostly heating wood, or are you doing...
Mostly heating wood. All of my hickory, most time for cooking wood, I pull out all the hickory, do some of the white oaks. I try to get out all the hickory I can.
Yeah.
And I kind of cater the prettiest wood to the dry kill. Beautiful piece. Y'all ain't used to that kind of wood out there. Well, now, what state are you from?
Wisconsin.
Y'all got poplar and aspen and all that kind of stuff.
We've got
Y'all do have walnut though. We'd have cut all that walnut.
We got walnut.
Yeah, we got some walnut.
Walnut, cherry, white oak, red oak. Oak's still the number one seller.
I don't sell a piece of any softwood. If I run a piece of gum, a poplar, something like that through there, if I got a piece that's got a rotten spot in it or something like that, I throw it out, and that's what I burn in my kiln.
Got it.
And I burn it at home from a boiler fuel. Wintertime, I sell everything. You can see my pile. I got a pile over yonder where these lot clearers. I try to stay away from people clearing lots. You get the worst of the worst.
They're trying to pawn off everything.
They will bring you the best of the best from the get-go. And I pay them either by the cord or by the trailer load. And I cut it, whatever works out, that's what I pay them by. Well, they'll bring me the first 2 or 3 loads. It's beautiful stuff. When I leave here, it's still got the stumps on the end with dirt balls on it. Mm-hmm. And try to stay away from the hardwoods. But like I said, I got 5 or 6 loggers that I buy it from. And
what are you paying per log cord?
By a ton, anywhere from $40 to $50 a ton. So we're looking at $100 to $120.
That's pretty much the same price either way. Yeah,
average.
Yeah, that's what average. Yeah.
Yeah, some of it comes in scale wise up to $1,100, $1,200 a load.
So you don't sell any campfire wood as far as?
Oh yes, that's my little woodshed.
Okay.
I sell self-serve that.
Because that's where I saw some of the softer hardwoods, like the
People are
junk wood.
People are cheating people on this stuff. I put that little stand up. I average 700 bags a year out of it. And they'll come up in the middle of the summer and, they'll get 3, 4, 5, 10 bags. One little girl, she came up last year. She says, my husband wants to know, why does this wood burn so much better than the rest of the wood we get? And I'm like, lady, this wood is kiln dried. And the advantage of it is every piece of it's oak or hickory. You go to 7-Eleven, pay $10 for a bundle that's all gum, birch.
Whatever.
So I said this year I was going to cheat a little bit and start putting some of them soft hardwoods in them because they dry fast, man. I could put poplar, maple, anything like that, and I cut my dry time in half.
Right.
I don't feel right though,
What's your dry time?
I run it load. I've got it now. It's on the 3rd day of shutdown. I like to shut it down and let it cool down for a couple days. 7 days I can get it to about 25% moisture. I run it 14 to 20 days.
Okay.
I checked that hickory the other night. It was 10 to 12%.
And you build your own kiln?
Oh yeah, I'll take you all over and show you that.
Cool.
I built that one myself using water, circulating hot air, and high-speed fans in it. That is a harsh environment inside of that, and I've got another box where I'm getting ready to build the second one, but I'm 58 now, and I don't know if I'm going to go about it. I've got that
58, I'll trade you.
I got a load in there now of hickory that's ready to be stacked. What we do, as you can see, I will stack. I'll let it go into the baskets loose because it won't dry if you stack it.
Right.
And then after I get finished, I restack those wooden baskets there. And they're exactly a half a cord. I had to get the USDA to certify a half a cord for legal sale.
Right.
And,
do you have to mark it too with a paper, like a label? Or
only time I have to mark it if I know it's going into a state forest.
Got it. Right.
Or
right.
cross state lines.
Cross state lines. I can run the kilns.
But not if you do have, anybody have it in stores? That's the other time I hear people say if it's in an actual store, inside, not outside. If it's inside, some people do that, and it has to be kiln dried because it's
Virginia passed these laws. Big source up in Northern Virginia is big into firewood. It's it's Murrayfield Garden Centers, and I sell them tree stakes. I've been in the deals with them. They came into Northern Virginia 15, 20 years ago. We're gonna start selling firewood. They sell a lot of firewood. They got 3 kilns running now. So what they did, one of the brothers is on the city council of Fauquier County, one is in Fairfax City Council. They passed these ordinance. If you go bring wood in our county, it's got to be heat treated. Kiln dried heat treated. It's a different process.
All it does is kill bugs. All right.
Well, what are we gonna do to get this wood? Go see my brother over at Murrayfield. He's into it. Go over there to Fair Oaks. They got a store. Well, now it's moving closer from Northern Virginia to Fredericksburg. Well, it was 9 years ago. Like I said, I'm in all the Virginia Forestry Department programs. It doesn't cost me anything, but I got to keep a pretty accurate record of county of origin of this wood. This came out of Goochland County. So when I run a dose, that's where it comes from. How much waste wood do you get? A lot of nosy paperwork, February of every year, but it's open the option for me because I don't advertise very little bit. Somewhere in Richmond, somebody's looking for a load of seasoned wood or kiln dried wood. Well, how did you find out of me? Oh, we went to the Department of Forestry and they recommended you.
That's a good recommendation.
Yes.
At least it pays dividends on that end.
And it's
worth the hassle.
They got this thing, Firewood Scout. It's through the Department of Forestry of whoever sells kiln dried wood or air dried wood, and got into that program, and that's been beneficial. But I don't have time to pursue all this stuff. This is my happy zone right here.
Yeah.
This is
just want to run the machine.
Too much. Well, she told me then within the next 10 years it's going to have to be heat treated. See what it is. When I go, you get the USDA certifications. I can run that dry kiln, sell it as dry kiln. In order to sell that wood, I have to prove that it was 140 degrees for 75 minutes.
Yeah.
So I run a 12-inch auger inside of this piece of wood every so often, put that bowl in it. It's more hassle than what it's worth. But if I know I've got a load that's going to that, then I will wire everything up. Everything goes from that. Well, I don't have it on the machine. I keep it at home. That's $5,000 for that little thing to tell me that the wood was dry.
Right.
So anytime I know it's something coming up that needs to be, most of your campgrounds now, they want at least heat treated. They don't care how dry it is. They just want that bug killed.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So when I had all aspects of building a kiln, I was going to try to get 175 to 200 degrees internal of the air in the kiln. With water, you can't do it because water boils at 212.
Yeah.
So I get to 160, 165 on the inside. You don't think 160 degrees is hot until you walk up into that building, into that container box. So I played with it. 7 days, pretty much seasoned wood. I can sell it 20 to 25%.
Yeah.
But I run it that little extra time. Now it's getting a little further behind because I'm too trifling to go there and restack it. I got a load to restack now, and
Yeah, a lot of handling. That's a bad thing with wood. It's just, it's a lot of work.
The problem of it is, the area we're in now is too many backwoods firewood people.
Everywhere.
Everybody's got a pickup. Nobody in Kingham County has a business license to sell firewood except for me. She said, well, bring me a load of that wood. So I carried a load of kiln dry wood, and I checked it. It was 12%.
That's low.
Yes.
It's real low.
For oak.
Yeah.
Carried it down there, dumped it out. She was tickled to death, split small. She could handle it fine. So the next week, we got a cold spell to where it was time to burn wood. My phone's going off 10:30, 11 on a Sunday night. Usually somebody's sick or somebody's house is on fire. I looked and it was her name. I told my wife, she's going to complain about something. She said, you didn't lie about that wood.
Oh.
And I said, what do you mean, Miss Curtis? She says, I've been living in this old farmhouse for 57 years. The first time that stove has ever turned orange since I've been here. She said, I thought the chimney was on fire. I run outside to see if it was, and there ain't no smoke coming out of it. And I'm like, well.
Yeah. No smoke is a good indicator of
yes.
good wood.
And if there was any, it's probably just burning off any of that creosote.
So I carried her 2 cords the other day of green wood, and then she said, bring me a cord of kiln dry. And I said, nope. You wait till you start burning it. Let me keep it in my building out of all the elements until you burn. I said, but I'm going to tell you, you can let this wood season for 2 or 3 years. It is not going to burn as good as that wood I just bought you. I mean, it's no doubt.
Yeah, that guy I told you about that does the 500,000 bundles a year. He said that totally changed his business when he put his first kiln in.
A lot of those wood sellers, though, a lot of them around Richmond, there's a couple big ones in there. They use all multi-tech stuff. They're running stump dumps and stuff like that, so they don't have a lot of expense in the wood. And they'll sell you a load of wood. Half of it's gum, poplar, which I'm not going to say nothing bad about birch, because birch is better wood than red oak. I mean beech. But it's not a lot of oak wood to it. You burn that wood up fast. So I told my son the other day, when you were just telling me a minute ago about them bundles, sure, put all the poplar and everything I can into them bags. I'm going to sell 4 times the amount of bags because they're going to burn them up. But I don't like to work that way. I like to give somebody a good product.
Well, I ask them when they order, with someone at work, because I don't do a lot of bundling or bagging. Mine's more people that are camping and they want a full cord for their campground. I said, do you want oak? Are you cooking on it? Do you want hickory or you want cherry? I'm like, no, we want good flame. I said, well, then we can go with a lower grade wood. It's going to burn a little faster. You'll get more flame. I even a lot of those people know. I tell them, if you don't want a lot of flame, I sell you pine. And so I saw a lot of those people, it's half pine, half hardwood, and they love it. They don't care. They just want fire.
I will take with my old wood furnace. I burn all my scraps at home. I got a wood bowl at home. And the gum, and I've done this numerous times over the year, carry rounds of white oak, 6-8 inches round, whatever, 18-20 inches long. Fill it up. Next morning, it's burnt out. I take the same size wood and gum, carry it down and put it in. Next morning, you still got volume of wood. Water temperature's at the same. It's just the nature of the beast, I guess.
Is there a lot of gum around here?
A lot of gum.
What do the leaves look like on gum? They kind of like a rounded.
I
saw something out here earlier, and I couldn't figure out what it almost looked like a small maple leaf, but it was kind of more rounded, and it kind of had
a lot of gum is going to look like a star kind of shaped thing. More like a hemp plant.
Okay.
It's going to be a fingered leaf.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what
And is it red gum or just gum?
sweet gum or black gum.
Black gum, okay.
The only thing it's good for is pallets, railroad ties. A lot of people
Yeah, it's
got
our
railroad
cottonwood
ties
we
in.
use pallets.
I'll show you. I'll take that back. You want
Yeah.
to see a machine?
Yeah, I want to see.
It's a gum. I think it's in the black gum family.
That's what this is right here.
Yes. I cut 2
Almost
blocks
looks like
off.
white oak.
It's a gum.
We don't have it, so
Yeah.
it's a different
I
kind
don't
of
get
one.
it. Every once in a while, I'll get it. It wouldn't even penetrate it. It got in it about that far, and I had to take a chainsaw to cut that block off. So I sit it back out here. And a lot of times, if I'm cutting gum, I will come about this far, come down, and come in about 2 or 3 inches with a cut. Then it will split it. If I don't do that first one to break that grain, it will not split it.
The guys that I talked to from Australia, they have tons of gum, and they say it's the worst there is. They can't split it, hard to cut it, everything's bad about it.
That right there is the hardest log that I've ever tried to split.
Huh.
The wood looks just like white oak, but it's got a long, kind of a red oak bark, but it's kind of a longer, coarser bark. But you're talking about splitting easy.
Yeah.
Anybody's got a splitting maul, all you need is just
Touch it.
lay it on there.
You mentioned blight. Are you guys getting any of the blight that's bothering the beech?
Not a beech tree, but it's wiped out pretty much all the ash in Virginia.
Yeah, that's
Worked on the walnut.
yeah. The ash is emerald ash bar. That
emerald
came
ash
across
bar.
and hit us too. But we're getting a beech blight right now. It's starting to. It's like oak wilt. We get red oak wilt. I don't know if you guys have that at all. It kills off the oak trees. I don't see too many anywhere I was looking.
Well, if you sit here during the day and see the number of loads of pulpwood and logs that go through here, that is the blight that's hurting Virginia right now, is these loggers. The hardwood market's off on lumber. But Virginia's only growing down pine pulpwood. You get
Is your pulp market decent around here?
has been super hot.
Really?
Paper mills, Smurfett Stone has got a paper mill in West Point, so we get wood from all over everywhere.
What kind of paper do they make?
They make white paper and congruent box. So they
Okay.
use hardwood and pine.
Okay.
But they,
I know a lot of the mills by us now are the big thing is either packaging for labels and then packaging in the boxes to
see, they do both
corrugated
down there.
craft
Corrugated,
paper. Yeah, that's
craft
because
paper, and then they do.
Amazon's selling everything, so that's the way it comes.
I have gotten into a lot of cherry, but this is the type of cherry. I can't get a lot of real pretty because it's not that much in this area. And it's not, I can run it through
That's
the processor.
black cherry. That's what we have. Same stuff.
Yeah, and I can run it through the processor, but I don't get any real pretty cherry.
Yeah.
Argentinians, I got 3 or 4 restaurants, Fredericksburg area. They buy half a cord about every 4 or 5 months,
Yeah.
and they don't care what they pay for.
They want cherry. Yeah. Yeah, I find the smoking people that smoke meat are very picky, very particular. Either they
Yes.
want cherry, or they want hickory, or white oak. Those are the 3 that I sell all the time. But I got one guy that he's been in a restaurant. He's been a chef for 40 years. He said, "I've tried everything. You know what I like? Dry hardwood." He does. He says, "I don't care. It all smokes." So,
120 on the inside.
oh,
Cut the stove off a couple of days ago.
Smells good.
14 days.
smells really good. How many cords can you dry at a time?
3. This one is should be about 3 cords.
3 cords.
I've tried to double stack it. Doesn't dry quite as good. All the hickory in this one. This is something over. My customers with smokers are running 12-inch wood, or 12 inches or so. 12 inches.
The nice thing is it's so clean too.
And it comes out, it looks almost like you put it in there. You can tell the hickory is aged some.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're naturally air drying over time, the wood turns gray, which means it's good.
Yeah.
But that consumer sees it and says, oh, it's ugly.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, you speed the process up and getting it dry.
Yeah.
This was, I think this basket of hickory I checked on the night. I come in fast, like 12, 15%. I didn't go up inside. Like I say, it stays around 160, 165. And I've got it so that I can run my skid steer into load. Well, the air is so hot when you get in here, you can hear the motor change the tune from the airflow that's coming in it. And half the times, because I come in just to check periodically, and it's so hot, I got to pull my shirt up over my face. And you wouldn't think 160 is hot, but it is hot. Yeah. This was a solar kill for lumber. A buddy of mine built it, couldn't dry lumber because it was too tight to buy fans. This is something I've already repacked. I just got to look at it. I said, I got to unpack all that. I forgot that I got lazy and got two in here that I got to unpack. But this is, everything here has been dried and repacked.
So once you get these done, and if you don't have immediate sales, are you putting them in a covered area so they're not getting rinsed just right back in here?
And I would have already started on this one. I've already got all the parts to put it together, but I'm debating. I want to do a false ceiling. And I'm circulating air the 40 foot. On my next one, I'm going to blow the air this way and around. But I need that false ceiling, but I don't want to lose my ability to be able to drive into it.
So what's the reason for the false ceiling? Just keep your heat lower?
Hotter air.
Hotter air up?
Hotter air up.
And that's what you want to circulate. Got it.
But this one here, 40 sold me the container for. I can't even buy a portable shed for it. You know, it's watertight. I've got 4 of these boxes. I think I can get, I think it's 12 rows. So you're looking at 24 half quarts to a container box.
These are nice, the size right here. Do you make these, or is this something you buy?
I made those. One of the companies where I get pallets from to stack my steaks on, the deal was I get everything that they got, the junk ones and the, they had the metal legs, and they were getting light panels for putting covers over top of, so I just put my boards over.
Nice. That I like that because they're bigger, stackable.
That's right, and it's exactly a half a quart.
And sturdy.
Oh, yes.
These fall apart after a while.
Well, you can tell by the corrosion on them.
Sure.
What they were used for.
That is some harsh air inside of that kiln. I built the kiln. I fired it on Christmas week 3 years ago. A guy in the UK. I followed his little designs, been talking to him, chatting to him. He's using forced hot air from a gasification stove. He's blowing across the coals. He said, you need to vent them doors on that kiln. We ain't got to worry about that. So I fired it Christmas week. 7 days. He said, leave it in there 12, 14 days and open the doors up, unload. I opened that door up and the steam was so white I couldn't see in it. And it forced off. And these grates had a steady stream of water, 2.5 inches deep, running out. This basket had water dripping on it. The rest of them were dry. So Christmas Eve, I got in a little chat with him. I says, I got dry wood on the front half. He told me, he said, did you vent that trailer? And I says, no, I didn't vent it. He said, I told you cut 4 12 by 12 vents in the back. Let it go.
Stayed right in front. Or
So
didn't have anywhere to push it.
And what it did, it pushed the steam. I'm not lying to you. I couldn't see that far in it from the white steam. So I finally come in, cut 2 vents in it, put it in there, but 24 hours, nothing. After 24 hours, I start seeing steam come out of it. About 7 days, the steam dissipates. But when I check the wood, it's below 20%. So I had to get that out. So I put this fan in. Usually, I'll turn it on maybe an hour in the morning, an hour at night. And that thing will have 24 by 24 solid stream of steam coming out of it for an hour. It knocked about 3 or 4 days off the drying time. Wow.
Yeah, moisture's got to go somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to him that night. I said, "How much water?" And he said, "What kind of wood are you running?" And I said, "It's white oak." He said, "Well, we don't have white oak here. We're birch, gum, soft hardwoods." He said, "What is a quart of white oak?" I said, 6,500 pounds green. He said, "What are you drying it to?" I says, 10%. He said, "Well, that's 50% moisture's got to come out, so you got 3,000 pounds of water that's got to go somewhere." Right. It did when I opened them doors. It was
so you got it down to 10%?
Yes.
That's like way lower than you need to go, isn't it?
The thing of it is, you can dry this wood here. Today it's not going to be bad. When we start getting these humid Virginia days, that wood's going to be back to 20-30% moisture just by the atmosphere.
Right.
Well, I found out once I started putting it in these insulated container boxes, it allows it to stay a little bit cooler than the atmosphere.
Well, you're not letting that moist air in.
That's right.
Yeah, it absorbs it.
I buy a lot of pine lumber to make stakes out of that's kiln-dried, heat treated. In pine, you could get down to 8 to 10% is dry.
Yeah.
I dry this down sometimes with the wood. You pick up a piece of oak, you don't even feel like you got nothing. But I know how much I've got sold. Pretty much all of my kiln-dried wood is already pre-sold. I know how many baskets is already sold, and those people.
You just need to be able to produce more of it.
Now I need to get a time machine, take about 30 years off of my life.
Yeah, I know. We all do. We all do. Are you getting your IBC totes for free, or are you
getting them for free? It's I personally don't like them. They're good for stacking dry wood in.
I think they're good for like an end consumer that wants to be real organized and everything. But I use them for my cut-offs and cookies, all the junk stuff. Just throw it in there because I sell that stuff.
I run a lot of them through the dry kiln. Most of them I put in the dry kiln, I've gone in and cut holes in the bottom of them so that air can get through them. Probably 2 years inside of that acid stuff, those are going to be completely rotted out.
Yeah. So how do you get rid of your bladders? Are you just crushing them down, or?
I usually take a skill saw, cut them up, and then carry them to the landfill.
You get food grade ones too. Usually they charge a lot more for those.
Yeah, they're about $100.
Yeah, they get more for food grade.
I think the going rate around here for them is anywhere from $30 to $50.
That's the same for us. Same for us.
I'm gonna start selling some of them. My son, he's got a buddy that's in charge of this. We got to go get 20 more. I can get 20 on my flatbed. It's just something else to cut grass around.
Yeah.
The intention's where we will have them filled up and put into the building so to be out the weather, but he hasn't showed up to help me put it in there, so.
It's easy. I saw him using these trailers yesterday, but I didn't see their.
This is an original machine that he bought about 20 years ago or so, and he said he's got about 6,500 hours on it, and he said it's just a tank. It doesn't stop, it just keeps going. Little 1412, and he said this has been his money maker for decades. So you can tell it's been around a while, and it just keeps working. All his cut-offs here that he uses for running his kiln, and sorts his wood by size. So he's running a consistent size all the time in the machine, so he doesn't have to change a wedge or adjust a wedge. It just works. So he's sorting it as he goes, and then he runs the small stuff first and then the bigger stuff later, and all the odd stuff he puts off to the side. And sells cherry, hickory, oak, gum, stuff like that. Oh, lots of oak. Lots of oak, as you can see. Here's all the cut-offs and stuff from the machine. And this is his new machine here. They got to do some adjustments on with some pressures, but he's got a couple hundred hours on it now. So it's the one that I used to have. That's not the one, but it's one just like it. And this here is the name of Charles's business. Right there it is. Oh, pretty cool operation. There's his roadside stand, the little shed out there, and he sells a lot of bagged wood there. And then these are his delivery trucks over here. He's got two of them. One holds 5 cords and the other one holds 3.5. At least that's what he says, but it's actually more than that. He said when he loads it. He does sell a lot of mulch. and gravel, which you can see here, and he does driveways. But this is one of his dump trucks, and then this is his other dump truck. So and this is a load that's ready to be delivered to be processed. Quite a load. So here's his little wood shed that he sells his bundles out of, mainly in the summertime, he says. So here's what he's got. So you can buy him kiln dried hickory by a section. I'm guessing this is probably a 2 feet by 3 feet, something like that. So $50 for kiln dried oak mix. And then he's got bagged wood here, 3 for $25 or $8.50 a bag, as you can see. And then he's got the smaller sections, $25 for a section. And he sells a bunch of it apparently. So pretty cool little stand he's got here. The wood shed. There it is. And he's right along a busy road, so good location.